Hi, how are you all doing? Hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to yet another Izzy Wizzy Let's Get Quizzy live virtual pub quiz from somewhere up in North London, that sort of direction. Hope you're all keeping well. Hope you're all staying safe. Now, if you've never seen the show before, where have you been? We're completely live, we're completely interactive, and it's all about you at home interacting with me here in the studio, and of course, all of our other guests joining us here on the chat just there. Now, to get involved on the chat, all you need to do is click on that subscribe button at the bottom of the screen. If you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Periscope, you name it, just come and say hi and I'll give you a little bit of a shout out, if you know what I mean. Now, the quiz consists of 4 different rounds of 10 questions. So we do take breaks in between each round and takes roughly about an hour. It is just for fun, and you can play on your own. You can play against people. You can play on Zoom. You can play with people on the other side of the world. It's entirely up to you. But all you need is a pen and a piece of paper, or of course you can do it digitally as well. Use your note function on your tablet or your iPhone. Get involved in the quiz as well, and you can send in your pictures as well. We'll try and put those up towards the end. This week's theme is supermarket. So every week I do set a theme, and last week I set the theme of supermarket. So people all week have been sending in pictures of themselves in supermarkets and anything a little bit obscure really, and they'll be appearing a little bit later on the quiz. As well as that, I'll also be setting next week's theme as well. Now, before I come to everyone in the chat box just over there, let's crack on with round 1. And if by any reason we lose the stream, so say all this goes a little bit sort of like haywire and we lose anything, don't panic. What we'll do is we'll restart the stream. It will appear on another link on YouTube and Facebook, but we'll be back, okay, in the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay, let's kick off then with round 1, which is general knowledge. And by the way, let me just give you a quick rundown of what we're doing tonight on tonight's quiz. First of all, we're doing a little bit of general knowledge. So you've got 10 questions of that. We've got 10 questions of ologies. So I will name an ology and you need to guess what is studied, okay, for that ology. If you know, I will come to you in a minute. We've got a picture round, social media, for all you social media addicts out there, your influencers. And then we've got another round of foods of the British Isles. Okay, so that's all coming up in tonight's quiz. 40 questions, and we do encourage you at the end as well to pop your scores on the board just here. Share it with the world. Obviously, you don't have to get involved just there, but it is nice. We can give you a shout out wherever you're watching. We've had people all over the world. Before I come to that in a minute, let's kick off with round 1 and question 1, which is, oh, these need a clean. On which Scottish island is the town of Stornoway? Okay, on which Scottish island is the town of Stornoway? So what is the answer to that one? I've just got something appear on my screen. I hope I don't lose it. I hope it don't all go tits up tonight. Can't be doing with any stress. Do you know what I mean? Right, who have we got in the thing? We've got Lisa says, evening all, add to Richie who's 90 today. I've just come off Glitterbeam Radio, which is a radio station for LGBT listeners. Well, anyone can listen really, but it's aimed towards the LGBT community. And I wish Lisa a happy 70th birthday on there. I was on the phone to her at the same time. So I've come straight from the radio station, straight onto the quiz. As if by magic, I'm here. So live all night, if you know what I mean. Okay, Martina is in the house as well, watching in Dublin. Hi, how are you, Martina? Did you have a fabulous birthday, darling? I've seen some of the pictures on social media. It looks crazy. Basically, what happened with Martina is her sister bought her a big, I mean, I'm not talking small, a big box of ready-made cocktails. And literally, she was in the garden. The garden from about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know how she managed to make it in the house by the end of it, but she finished. Her and her friend Carmel finished all the cocktails just before 11 o'clock. There must have been about 20 in there each, probably. How many were there, Martina? Do let us know. Chris Walker is in the house as well, not watching in North London anymore. He's just moved house. He sent me a message to say, Richie, I'm joining in tonight, but I've just moved house. I've moved to a place called Canterbury. And then he's moving again, because he's in a temporary flat. He's moving again, I believe tomorrow, to a place called Ramsgate. It's all very trendy around there at the moment, isn't it? Lisa says, well done on such a feat, Martina, for drinking all those cocktails. Chris says, have you been in the sun, dear, or is that just fake tan? Oh, you are such a cow. No, I have been in the sun, actually, to be perfectly honest, but it's just running around from one studio to the other. You know what I mean? Like a blue-ass fly. Anyway, number 2. In what year did the Battle of Waterloo take place? So number 2 is, in what year did the Battle of Waterloo take place? So what is the answer to that one? Lola and Doris are in a secret location in London watching the show. Big shout out to you, and thank you for those fabulous pictures. They're amazing in the supermarkets. They're all coming up a little bit later. Lisa says, oh, she once worked in Ramsgate. What were you doing in Ramsgate, Lisa? Were you hanging around the docks? Do let me know. 10 yummy cocktails, umbrellas, and all I have left is, what does she say? All I've left because I'm a 2 left because I'm a lousy drinker now. Oh, so she drank 8 cocktails. They drank 8 cocktails. There was 20 in the box, so they drank 8 cocktails each. That's pretty good going, to be perfectly honest. I can only do 1 or 2, and then I'm like, ooh, a little bit too sickly. But I do like my mojitos. Lisa says you'll be in for a shock after Canterbury. Hope you checked it out first. Living there once was enough for me. It's actually pretty trendy now, Lisa, since the days of the sail ships and the Hornblower days. You know, have you ever seen the film Hornblower? That's probably when she was working there. Lisa says, I thought that I was at the Marlow Academy for a year. Fantastic. Right, okay, number 3. How many ribs does a normal human possess? How many ribs does a normal human possess? What's the answer to that? I need a drink. Where's my drink? Here it is. Cheers, everyone. I'm on gooseberry juice this week. It's New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. Marlborough, obviously, because I love it. But this is Guzgog. I didn't think they made New Zealand Marlborough out of Guzgogs, but it's actually very tasty. It's very Moorish. That's going down very, very quickly. Evening, everyone, says Joseph O'Loughlin. Christine Lathwell is YouTube not working? She says, yes, YouTube is working, Christine. Is YouTube working, Mr. Producer? Yes, it's working, Christine. You need to give your router a good kick at home and then it might work. You're probably on some very dodgy internet company. What? Margaret! Margaret! Yes? Yeah, it's working. It's all fine. So we are fine on social media this week. Touch wood. Hope it all goes okay. Right, number 4. Number 4 is, which airport has the code? Oh, this is easy. LAX. LAX. So which airport has the code LAX? Okay, so what is everyone else saying here? Lisa Honeybone says, yes, YouTube's working. I'm on it. Yes, I found that there was a new road hazard I never knew about. It's called seagulls. Why are they get in your way, don't they? Do you know what? On the Kent coast, those seagulls, they get bigger as it goes round to Brighton. And then when you get as far as Brighton, you want to see the size of the sea. I call them sea pigeons, the seagulls. They literally would come, a large seagull, when it's standing on its legs and it's walking along, probably would come on as tall as just below your knee. They really are large seagulls down there. And then you go over to Norfolk and they're tiny little birds, very tiny. So as you go round further down south, they get bigger and bigger and bigger. And they do not care. They are not scared of humans. I have seen people walking down the seafront, eating chips or eating an ice cream, and they just swoop on them, grab the ice cream, and they're off. And they could scratch you as well in the process. I have actually got a video on Literal Lifestyles, my YouTube channel. For those of you that are watching me on YouTube, please do subscribe. Of someone being attacked by a seagull in Brighton. It was pretty scary. I felt for the person, to be perfectly honest. It was I mean, I have actually had a ice cream taken out of my hand by a seagull, and it's terrifying. I was about 8. But, you know, when you're an 8-year-old and one of those things swoops down with its wingspan, it is terrifying, seriously. Joseph says he likes ribs. I hope you're talking... Yes. Right. Number 5. I do as well, actually. Quite tasty. They're very Moorish, but if I have one too many, I'm like, oh, I feel a bit sick now. Can't eat too many of them. can't eat too many. Anyway, I digress. Number 5. Which of the Marvel superheroes was played in the movies by Robert Downey Jr.? Now, I've got something to tell you about Robert Downey Jr. in a minute. So, which of the Marvel superheroes was played in the movies by Robert Downey Jr.? What's the answer to that one? Okay, I'm just going to get closer to the screen because I can't really read it. Right, okay, Chris Walker has shared one of his fun facts with us. He is a walking oracle. I've got to say this. He says, a fun fact for you. There's no such thing as a seagull. They're called gulls, and it's only because they live near the sea that people call them that. Lisa says, I know that question. I'm a big fan of Marvel. Josie says, I know someone that calls them sea pigeons. Yeah, I do as well. Do you know what? They follow ships. So they'll follow a ship out to sea, and then they'll fly over the top, and they get so exhausted, especially on the cruise ships. They get so exhausted they just zonk straight down on the deck if they're lucky. But there usually is a wildlife officer on board who will look after them and sort of like, you know, nurture them, and then when they get back to land, let them back off. I don't think in the same place, really. I think they're kept until they go back. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I'll tell you who might know that. It's Lisa Honeybone, our resident sailor, along with me as well. Doris says he lived in Canterbury in the early 1980s. Oh, was it good, Doris? How was it? Were you a student over there? Do let me know. I was going to tell you about Robert Downey Jr. and Marvel. I'll tell you that after the next question. Number 6. On a standard European roulette wheel, how many different numbers are there? Okay, so on a standard European roulette wheel, how many different numbers are there? It's a bit contentious. So a European roulette wheel, okay? European, underline it, okay? So think about that, because there's 2 types. Well, actually, I don't know how many types, actually, but I'm sure there's over 2. Right, so Robert Downey Jr. and Marvel. So I got a fantastic opportunity. I got selected from millions of people. It's always the way with me, to be perfectly honest. I know, get the violin out, start playing it. But I got selected to be on the red carpet to do all the interviewing for Marvel. And it was the year that blinking volcano erupted and there was an ash cloud. They couldn't fly over, could they, for the premiere? So I couldn't do any interviews for Marvel, and the whole thing just went pear-shaped. So I didn't get to do it, and I was absolutely gutted. So there you go. These things happen, don't they? Somebody up there was watching. Lisa says, seagulls are encouraged not to come near the ship as they are classed as vermin. Oh, really? I thought they looked after them and nurtured them and fed them lots of like seagull food, like chips and kebabs. Chris says, I remember when you, me and Darren went on our staff night out to the casino and you gave us a lesson in roulette. Ah, yeah, we did. Basically, we were doing a quiz night. And we did it all over the West End in London. And I had, basically, at one stage, 3 teams of people, because everybody wanted this quiz all over the place. So, unfortunately, you couldn't cut me in 3 bits. So, we had 3 different teams. And for Christmas, we went down and we had a little bit of a staff shindig down at the casino. It was very good. I actually really enjoyed that night, Chris. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. It's now back up here, and I shall think about that tonight. And you've left me with some happy thoughts. Okay, number 7. Who wrote the novel Watership Down? Who wrote the novel Watership Down? Has anyone ever seen the film Watership Down? I used to have a rabbit. Okay, it was a Netherland dwarf rabbit. Oh, it's so cute, a little cutie. And I also had a giant rabbit as well, who turned a little bit vicious. And the rabbit and the guinea pig lived together quite in harmony in the cage. They love each other. And then I got a Netherland dwarf, and then they died. I was absolutely gutted as a child, and then I watched Watership Down. I could not stop crying, morning, noon, and night, and all I was doing was playing that song. Is it a kind of a dream? That one, you know what I mean. And I was in buckets of tears when I lost my rabbit. Oh, it was all very traumatic. Never had one since. Never. So who wrote the novel Watership Down? Oh, I need a quick drink. Oh. Get a little bit parched here, half empty. Need to get some new staff. Doris says, are you going to show us your doggy tonight? So you could say something else just then. No, not tonight. By the way, I've got a show. When I used to do a show on Sky, on various different Sky channels actually, Doris was my producer, and I've got to say, what a producer Doris was. And we used to have like this make-believe dog that used to live under the wheel. And it was quite good fun because all the viewers bought into the fact that there was a dog underneath the roulette wheel. And it was really good fun. No, I don't have the dog here, Bright. I was actually babysitting it for my mother. She's getting an old girl now. Not my mother, the dog. God, I'm going to dig myself in a hole. The dog, she's getting old now, bless her. Do you know, I spent ages cleaning her. So when she came here, I was like, oh, she smells awful. So she had a bath. So then and she loves having a bath because she likes the hot water. She tells you where she wants the water on her. So she'll turn around and she'll go, I want my tail done. I want my belly done. She'll sit down and she'll do that. She loves it. If it's warm, if it's cold, she will moan at you. And so she had a bath, and then I dried her a little bit and then let her run outside in the garden. And she went for a wee in the garden and then rolled in it. Can you believe it? Seriously. I mean, luckily it was a wee and not the other one because I would not have been happy. Right, okay. Where am I? So what direction is opposite to northwest on a compass? Hello. Oh, bless you. Thank you. I've got them all stacked up here now. Thank you very much, Mr. Producer. That's very kind of you. So what does Chris say? Lisa, after 18 years of friendship, and a lot of it is white noise, so he's always out of sync when I'm looking at him talking. Sorry, everybody, if I'm out of sync. It's the internet. I'm in sync here. Am I in sync downstairs, Mr. Producer? A little bit, he says. A little bit. 95%. Okay. Well, hopefully it will sync up. Do you know what? I could be out of sync, and then you can watch me back on YouTube on repeat. And then it syncs back up after, a couple of days. A couple of hours, isn't it? It's weird. It's weird. Right, okay. Number 9. What type of nut should you find in a Waldorf salad? What type of nut should you find in a Waldorf salad? What type of nut is that? I'm just going to cue my bits up. Dum-de-dum. Dum-de-dum. There we go. So a Waldorf salad. Has anyone seen the Fawlty Towers sketch? Waldorf salad, very funny. I love it. Fawlty Towers, you can't go wrong, can you? Only Fools and Horses, Fawlty Towers, Benidorm, Hi-de-Hi, all the classics. Dad's Army. I mean, there's nothing like it now. Nothing like it on telly. What's your favourite comedy? Do let me know. What's your favourite comedy? Chris says, am I in sync downstairs? Do I need to comment on that one? Yes, you do. Followed by a question on nuts. Yes, Chris, it is. Lisa says no, otherwise I will bar you, Chris. Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, because Lisa is the mean moderator of the North. Oh, by the way, I'm so sorry, Lisa. Lisa's done some questions for the quiz. Where in the world is she? And I haven't put them on the thing. Damn. They'll be on next week, Lisa. I promise you'll get airtime next week. We'll put you on next week, and I will do something special for you next week because she's celebrating her 70th birthday, according to me, on the radio early on. A donut, only way to make it taste good, says Martina. A donut. Right, okay, number 10 in round 1 is, in which English county did Tolpuddle Martyrs originate? So in which English county did the Tolpuddle Martyrs originate? And they do have a river, and it's called the River Piddle. Seriously. Right, if anyone missed any of those questions in round 1, then pop them on here and I'll repeat in the next round. I've got a little bit of hiccups coming on. Great when I'm on TV, if you know what I mean. Anyway, we'll take a quick break. Go and refill your glass if you need to. Make yourself a quick cuppa. I'll be right back after this, and hopefully in sync. With more people working from home during the pandemic, the need to use video resources has increased. Do you need to deliver presentations on camera or online? Be it on Zoom,
with a video crew or in a studio, the need to deliver messages via video is increasing, and it's vitally important you engage the audience from the start. This book is a must for anybody who has to present on camera for work. It teaches you step by step how to build up an on-camera presence and will assist you to start building up viewer trust. Learn from an experienced presenter and media skills mentor and pick up some vital tips to help you perfect your on-camera confidence. The book is available on Amazon for a special price of $8.99, including postage and packing. Details are in the description below.
Okay, so if you want to get your hands on this fabulous book, here it is. It's real. You can order it on Amazon. The link is in the description below. It's only $8.99, but if you're speaking, doing any kind of public speaking on YouTube, Zoom, Teams, anything like that, this is the book for you. Also, if you want to move into more professional presenting, say you're just being a bit of an expert on the screen, then get this book. Okay, it's only $8.99. Order it on Amazon. It will be with you in a couple of days. Or if you've got one of their Prime things, I'm sure they'll get it in the day. I'm not sure, to be perfectly honest, but it's $8.99. And it is available from Amazon. There you go. There's my plug. Right, we're on round 2 now, which is ologies. Okay, so you need to name what is studied in these ologies. Okay, so let's see what you get. Number 1 is cardiology. Is the study of what? Cardiology is the study of what? What is that? Lisa says, oh, I think I'm going to get all 10 in round 1 correct for once. Martina says something about donuts making me hungry. Lisa's threatening to ban Chris. Oh no, it's going to be a fisticuffs, I'll tell you. And then she's laughing out loud. Chris says, it's a great book, just the right size to stop the table wobbling. You are such a bitch. No, I gave him a book actually for Easter. You got any Christmas book, didn't you, Chris? I hope it's not being used to keep the table up, thank you. Otherwise you'll end up getting a bit of a slap. Who else have we got in? Alan Lathwell. Big shout out to Alan Lathwell, the artist of Luton. And all the Lathwell family who are watching in Stopsley. So big shout out to you. We've got Christine Lathwell, who is a little bit of a Mo Farah, really, of Luton in terms of running. She is fast. She normally wins all the cross-country races. She is fast. Very, very quick. I mean, Speedy Gonzalez. Yeah, she's won loads. I'd like to put Christine Lathwell up against Mo Farah on a race and see who comes in, because I'm sure she would definitely give Mo Farah a run for his money. Definitely. All the family as well, all the Lathwell families as well. That's Christopher, Holly, Michelle, and anyone else that I've missed in the Lathwell family, and the chickens. Okay, because they've always got a house full of chickens. Right. Lisa says, I hope you're stacking up all my presents till I get to see you, Richie. Yes. And we've got somebody else in. We've got hello from London. We've got Octoman Adrian AD. Hello to you. How are you? Hope you're keeping well. Joining us on Facebook as well. Lovely to have you on the show, actually. Whereabouts in London are you watching from? Are you watching from north, south, east or west? Do let us know. Right, number 2. Selenology. Okay, what's that? It's a study of what? Selenology. I'll spell it for you. S-E-L-E-N-ology. Okay, selenology. What is that a study of? Cheers, everyone. It is a pub style quiz. Oh, that's very nice. I'm going to get rid of this glass. I'm going to tip it in here. There we go. Lisa wants to know, am I snacking up all the presents? Martina will say the same thing as well. By the way, got these fabulous mugs on our website, Izzy Wizzy Let's Get Quizzy website, which I will show you as we go through the quiz. These mugs here, they're fantastic, and that's been in the microwave quite some time. There it is, just there. If you want one, they make the perfect present for people. It's not a stick-on sticker. It's actually in the porcelain. It's fantastic. Make everyone jealous. And I've got to say, your tea... Oh, it tastes so much nicer out of an Izzy Wizzy Let's Get Quizzy mug. So do get one. Order it on the website, izzywizzy.letsgetquizzy.com. There's a section there, it says merch. If you press on that, it takes you straight through. Okay, what do we say here? Octoman says he's in Highams Park. Is that what it says? Highams Park. I don't know where that is. In North London. You're in North London in Hyams Park. Oh, fantastic. I was in North London as well. Lower Muswell Hill, I like to call it, because it was at the bottom of the hill, wasn't quite at the top. Also known as Bounds Green. I loved it. Do you know what I mean? I loved it. I do miss it, to be perfectly honest. And then we've got Chris, who's a Southgate boy who's just moved over to Canterbury and tomorrow moving to Ramsgate. So now you've met the team of players here. There is more, but we've got Doris and Lola also watching in London as well. We've got Joseph, who watches the show from Brixton, as does Michael Madden. He could be in Greenwich tonight. Who knows where he is. Octoman says he's in Northeast near Chingford. Oh, that's nice round there. Very nice Costco as well, from what I remember. That's my favourite Costco I go to there. Very nice. So lovely to have you on the show, Octoman. Fabulous to have you here. Right, number 3, Dragonology. Dragonology. What is it the study of? Dragonology. Chris says it was a Wood Green postcode though, dear, wasn't it? Well, it might have been. Joseph says, Chingford, it's posh. Well, it is posh actually, because if you go past Chingford, and parts of Chingford get really nice as you go through it, and then you've got, you can cut across and you go to Chigwell, and that is birds of a feather land. That's also kind of like big mansions there, isn't it? Like Beverly Hills, some of them. But some of them are owned by, like, you know, gangsters, or they like to think they are, if you know what I mean. But big, big, nice houses. Dragonology. What is it the study of? Okay, talking about dragons, Chris. How are you going to get all your stuff over to Ramsgate then tomorrow? Are you going to pick it up? What's happening with it? Do let us know. Put it on the thing, because he's basically been offered a job very quickly. I'll give you a quick rundown. Chris has been offered a job like that, but it happens that he's in Southgate. It happens to be in Canterbury, so he's had to relocate. He's got himself a temporary accommodation. He's found himself a flat really quickly, and I think hats off to him. In less than a week, he's done very well. And then tomorrow, I believe he's getting all his stuff down, and he's moving into Ramsgate into his flat. So fantastic. Right, the next one, number 4, is Zymology. Zymology. It's Z-Y-M-ology. Zymology. What is that the study of? Okay, how are you getting on with this, Mr. Producer? Are you doing all right on the quiz tonight? No. It's a little bit like that Little Britain sketch, isn't it, with me and Mr. Producer? Mr. Producer's downstairs. It's like this. Margaret! Margaret! There you go. 8. Are you all right down there? There you go. He's all right down there. There's a bit of a delay. Right, Martina says Zimmer frames. It could be. Zymology could be a study of Zimmer frames. You do not know, do you? Friday morning, dear, is when he's moving. I thought you were driving the van. Darling, I don't drive vans. Not with nails like this. Seriously. Which one's the old man, says Chris Walker, i.e. Mr. Producer downstairs. Mr. Producer is dying to make an entrance tonight, so you might see Mr. Producer a little bit later on, but no promises, depends on the mood. By the way, Michael Madden, Michael Madden is in watching the show. I don't know where are you watching from, Michael? Is it over in Greenwich or Brixton? Do let us know. Put it on there as well. Lisa says, how are you doing on this round, Martina? I got the first one and that's it. Well, we can't make it too easy for you, Miss Honeybone. Otherwise it would be an easy quiz and people would give up. It has to be something. It has to stimulate your mind. Okay, number 5. Trichology. Okay, T-R-I-C-H. Ology. Okay, trichology is the study of what? So this round is all ologies. Next round, by the way, it's a picture round on social media. So for all you sort of like influencers, I expect 10 out of 10. By the way, do we have any influencers watching the show tonight? Do let us know. Maybe you could influence more people to get involved here in the chat. Hey, don't forget, do like us, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're watching on YouTube. Every little helps. We have been doing this quiz now for over a year, every single week, without fail. entertaining the masses during the lockdown. And as we come out, as we start to see a light at the end of the tunnel, I've got some more show ideas that I'm going to be doing as well. I keep saying it, but I haven't got round to it because every week I get disturbed and have to do something else. Tax return here, or I have to do, or the house is falling down and I've got to put something in. Life gets in the way, but we are going to get round to doing it all. Chris says he is just a bad influence. Does that count? Yes, you are, Mr. Walker. Number 6, enigmatology is a study of what? Enigmatology is a study of what? To be honest with you, you guys at home could be enigmatologists. There's a bit of a clue there for you as well. Enigmatology, what is that? Okay, so I was telling you a little bit about our website. So for those of you that have never seen the show before, on our website, which is izzywizzy.letsgetquizzy.com, there's a community section there. And anyone can get involved. Every week we set a challenge. So the challenge is you've got to go away and take some pictures. Last week I set a challenge of supermarkets. So we've had some fabulous pictures which have been sent in. And I will tell you what the theme is for next week as we go through the quiz tonight. But if you do miss a show and you want to see the pictures, you can go there and you can actually click on the date and you can watch all the pictures, look at all the pictures. It's fabulous. I love it. And as well as that, if you want to get involved in our chat, we've got a WhatsApp group and a Facebook Messenger group, and people send jokes, pictures. It's a free-for-all. It's good fun. Just go to our homepage of our website, scroll to the bottom, boom, click on it, you're part of the group. Right, number 7 is myology. Myology, what is that a study of? Joe says, I've got an Irish one for everybody. Codology. Oh, what's that one? Lisa says, it took me 3 hours to do my tax return last week. That's pretty good going, Lisa. It normally takes me the best part of a week. I hate it. I put all my receipts into a shoebox. I have to put them into piles. Oh, it's awful. Sort out the good ones and the bad ones. Oh, so boring. People say to me, why don't you use those ones on the app? You just scan your receipt. Well, you start off like that and then you forget about it. You say, oh, I'll do it when I get home. You never do. You never do. You forget. They end up scrunching in your pocket. They go on the receipt shelf. I used to have a spiky thing to put one there. And then you're back doing the shoebox thing again, putting all the receipts in there. Okay, next one. Rhinology. Rhino and then ology. So rhinology. What is it the study of? Martina says, ha ha, Jojo, I finally got that one. Chris Walker says, if you filed them properly, it wouldn't take you so long. Yes, Chris, that's what I've just said. If I filed them properly, it wouldn't take me that long. But it does, because I have pockets full of receipts. I just throw them on the receipt pile in the drawer, and then they go into a box, and I do them at the end of the year. That's what I end up doing. You start taking pictures of them, putting them on an app, which costs you, by the way, it's quite expensive. And then you can sort them all out, and but I like to go through everything in meticulous detail. That's just me. And then all my receipts that I do online, that's another thing. I'll put them into files. Well, you start off doing it, you get called away, the phone goes, and then Lisa Honeybone's on the phone to me, and I'm just about to put stuff into files, and I've lost it. I've lost my track, and they stay, and I have to go through all my different months. Do you know what I mean? Right, number 9, entomology. I'm going to spell it for you. Entomology. 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 It's one of those words I can't say. Anyway, I spelt it for you. Hopefully you'll get that one. Okay, what is that the study of? We've got one more to go in round 2. And then we've got a picture round of social media. Okay, so that's all coming up as well. But here's the pile of books I've got here. Big pile of books all ready to go, to be sent out. Please excuse the state of this office at the moment. Just reshifting things at the moment because we're going to be having a new look coming very soon. Chris Walker says entomology. Something like that, Chris. Thank you for all your help on that. Okay, last but not least, number 10 in round 2. I mean, Christine Lathwell is going to be screaming at me at this precise moment. It's too hard. Okay, number 10, batology. Batology. Okay, batology. What is that a study of? Okay, right, that is the end of round 2. Next up, we've got a picture quiz, and then we've got foods of the British Isles. That's all coming up right after this.
Check out the EasyWizzy Let's Get Quizzy.com website. This is particularly useful if we lose the stream, because we've got a streaming box at the bottom of the homepage. You can also join our Facebook community here and also our WhatsApp group. Also on our homepage you can find a link to the following week's show and also any of the shows that we're creating. At the top is our menu where you can visit our past shows, our mini quizzes that we create, and our quiz community section. Every week here in EasyWizzy Quizzy we set a theme, and this particular case it was autumn, and here you can see all the pictures that some of our viewers have sent in. We recommend quizzes as well here on EasyWizzy Let's Get Quizzy. This is Tricky Dickie's Sunday quiz, and this is all done via WhatsApp. If you click on this blue box here, it will take you straight through and you can get involved. And also we are promoting the Barley Mow pub quiz every Saturday at 9 p.m. at the moment as well. Now on the right hand side of the page you'll see we've got some little white boxes there. You can join our community on social media. You can also find out what next week's theme is if you miss a show. We've got a merchandise section where you can buy some fabulous merchandise, particularly useful as we're coming up towards Christmas. If you're wondering what to get people, we've got some great face mask designs there, and we've got some t-shirts, some dog accessories, and we've got this fabulous EasyWizzy Let's Get Quizzy bumper sticker, which is a definite yes for anybody's car. You can contact us by clicking on this button just here. It takes you through to a form where you just put your name, your email and your message, and that gets straight through to us, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Now if you miss any of our shows, you can catch up with our past shows in the past shows section. It's a little bit like catch up on the BBC. EasyWizzy Let's Get Quizzy.com.
Well, that's our website, EasyWizzyLet'sGetQuizzy.com. Do sign up to our WhatsApp group and our Facebook Messenger group if you get an opportunity. Do subscribe to us, like us, thumbs up, Twitch, Twitter, Periscope, whatever you're watching on. Talking about all those platforms, how good are you at knowing your social media? Well, I've got 10 questions for you. It's a bit of a picture puzzle. A lot of you will probably find this very easy, but there's some difficult ones thrown in. But let's crack off with round 3, question 1. Here we go. What is this? Nice, easy one to begin with. It's social media logos. Okay, nice, easy one to begin with. This is number 1. So I expect everyone to get that one right. Martina, you might get the next one. So might you, Chris Walker. Lisa Honeybone, perhaps. Who else have we got in? Number 2. What's this one? Number 2. Number 2. I do like my social media, to be perfectly honest. The amount you have to do, though, to housekeeping, to keep it up to speed and everything else, is actually a hell of a lot of work. It's a full-time job, to be perfectly honest. Lisa Honeybone says they're supposedly changing the first one. Oh, do you know what? Oh, I had to manage a team on the ships, and every time they changed the logo, I got moaned at. It's not my fault they were changing the logos. It's not my fault. It was... They kept, you know, I would do a presentation and send it off to the ship for the people on the board to do, and they would change the logo. Seriously, it would be so annoying, and you couldn't keep up with it. Josie says, "Is it a blood type?" Number 3, what's this one? Lisa Honeybone. I expect 10 out of 10 from you, young lady. 10 out of 10. So what is this one here? Number 3. If you are watching us on a very big TV like Doris and Lola, apologies if this looks a little bit pixelated, but we have got what we've got. Lisa says she's struggling with the second one. Number 4. What's this one? It's an old one, actually. A lot of people moved off this platform and went on to YouTube. So this is number 4. I can't keep up as well. I don't know if you're like me, but I'm a freelancer and lots of people message me. I've got email and I've got a telephone and lots of people message me through these platforms. And sometimes I miss it, especially if it's through the next one, because I'm not on it morning, noon and night. I am on like Facebook, but I'm not on other ones. And I'll miss messages. Why can't people just use the, like email? It's just send an email for heaven's sake. And I've got another thing that happens is that I get a load of instructions rather than having like a PDF, a sheet sent with all the instructions on that you can follow with bullet points and you can refer to it and store it somewhere. You get an instant message and all the instructions on an instant message, but then people get involved and start putting their fourth penny thing underneath. And to get back to that, to refer to it, you've got to go all the way through all the messages. Oh, it drives me nuts. Just send an email, for heaven's sake. Martina says, you better have Bebo. I'm still on it, LOL. Right, so that's number 5. We're halfway through this one. Number 6. Great platform, actually. We're on it on the quiz. By the way, I've got to say a big shout out to all of our LGBT plus groups that we have joined tonight. Miss Jason's Lockdown Laughs, plus the Benidorm groups and the Irish groups. Thank you so much for hosting us. It's fantastic having here. And if you do send us a quick message, we'll promote you on our quiz as well. So a little bit of joint publicity, if you know what I mean. Do you know what? We do get a lot of catch-ups, people watching the quiz on catch-up. So it's relatively nice. Because it's nice when you see the figures at the end of the week. No, Joe, I think you've got the wrong idea of social media. Number 7. What's this one? Chris Walker's gone very quiet. Where are you, Chris? Probably gone to get his kebab. Are you surprised Joe calls you Victor Meldrew after that rant, dear? LOL. Yeah, because you probably are one of these people that do send your instructions to your staff are using instant messenger rather than just send an old-fashioned email. Listen to me, I sound like an old man. With a PDF attached and clear instructions. Okay, no, you send it on messenger. And by the point that I've actually read it, there's about 15 of the messages underneath from people ranting on or just joking around. And you've got to scroll all the way through that rubbish to find the actual message itself. Oh, drives me balmy. Chris says he was doing the washing up, dear. Oh, makes a change. Right, number 8. What's this one? Are these still out? I've not seen one for ages, actually, to be perfectly honest. This is number 8. Doris and Lola, how are you doing with this? How are you doing, Christine Lathwell? Are you doing all right with this? Maybe your kids are probably getting these ones. Christine Lathwell, good old-fashioned social media expert there. She's a post lady. No, Joseph, we don't have Grin Doctor on here tonight. Number 9, also known as Grinder. Number 9. This platform here is a great way of actually spreading your any messages that you've got, news or anything like that. I actually know that Doris and Lola. Doris is a filmmaker for The Redeeming. He made a fabulous film called The Redeeming. It's available on Prime Video. You can watch it free of charge if you've got Prime Video. And it's fabulous, psychological thriller. Feature length as well, but he got the message across using all these sort of like social media platforms. And yes, won various different awards, appeared everywhere. Been to Cannes as well. Fantastic. And finally, the last one in round 3. What is this one? Doris says Lola knew the blue and black, the black ones. These are either very easy or very hard. Well, that's what they're supposed to be. So you've got there 10 social media logos you need to guess. Okay, if anyone missed any of those, do pop the number on the board and I will put those on in a moment. And let's crack on with round 4, which is foods of the British Isles. So, got 10 questions here to get through. Number 1 is, what fish is traditionally used to make Arbroath smoky? So, what fish is traditionally used to make Arbroath smoky? I can hear him chuntering down the stairs. I'm not pronouncing it right. I'll spell it for you, okay? Sorry if my pronunciation's not very good. Arbroath, Arbroath, smoky. So what fish is traditionally used for that? Martina says she's not happy. Where is Bebo? Sorry, Martina. I'll put that on the next one. Okay, I will put that on the next one. So what fish is traditionally used to make Arbroath smoky? So smoky. I love smoky fish, actually. Number 2, which Leicester town is famous for its pork pies? So which Leicester town is famous for its pork pies? I do like a nice pork pie, especially at Christmas with all the sort of like the cranberry on it, and the berries and everything. Oh, it's beautiful, to be honest with you. But I'm getting a bit bored of Scotch eggs, especially the ones you get from the big supermarkets. They're not tasteless, really. Do you know what I mean? Anyone that's got a chicken, okay, that lays fresh eggs, hint, hint, Christine Lathwell and family, maybe it's time to start making some proper Scotch eggs. And I can sample one live on the show. Hint, hint. I'm being cheeky. Number 3. What spice is used to flavour the northern speciality parkin? Okay, what spice is used to flavour the northern speciality parkin? So what is the answer to that one? Just queuing up for my next one, which is Supermarché. Okay. So what spice is that? Oh, my drink's getting empty. My drink's getting empty. Can I have a refill, please? I'm going to get shouted at. I can hear them chuntering away. Right, okay. Number 4, which London departmental store claims to have invented Scotch eggs? So, which London departmental store claims to have invented Scotch eggs? I didn't know this one. But this is my kind of like local supermarket. Just like to point that out. Thank you. My local supermarket. Hint, hint. So, which London departmental store claims to have invented Scotch eggs? Do you know, I love going there. When it's, especially during the winter, and you can rock up there, especially if you've got someone rich on your arm, they take you, just go and sit at the champagne bar. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, it's lovely. It really is. Number 5. With what is a fillet of beef coated with before being wrapped in Parma ham and pastry to become beef Wellington? Now, Chris Walker, okay, our hospitality guru, should get that one. With what is a fillet of beef coated with before being wrapped in Parma ham and pastry to become beef Wellington? So what is the answer to that one? Oh, it's going down very nicely. Oh, Mr. Producer's in the studio. Do you want to say hello on camera?
No, thank you, no.
Ah, are you a bit shy?
Yes.
Are you? Oh.
Another bottle of wine.
And that, are we on bottle number 2?
Yes.
Oh, there you are there. So put your head in the camera and say hi.
Hello, everybody.
Ah, that, everyone, is Mr. Producer, who's very camera shy. Chris wants to know, where is Scruff on the social media logos? He's got a huff, as has Martina. Thank you so much.
What
Cheers.
is Grindr anyway?
Sorry, can you say that again on camera?
Yes.
Say that again on camera.
What is Grindr anyway?
Ah, did you get that? What is Grin Doctor?
Grindr.
Grinder. Okay. What is grinder anyway? That's not a question. Okay. Number 6. What sauce is traditionally served with roast lamb? What sauce is traditionally served with roast lamb?
Gravy.
Gravy. Gravy. You sound like Lisa Honeybone. Seriously, gravy. Hey up, ducky egg. Right, duck. That's what Lisa Honeybone sounds like. Seriously. Right. What sauce is traditionally served with roast? I do like a bit of sauce. I love a bit of sauce. Number 7. The innards of which animal are usually used to make haggis? The innards of which animal are usually used to make haggis? Can I just tell you a story about... I can't even think about it, to be honest. I went to this Chinese restaurant in North London on Cricklewood, actually. It's this huge place with my friend Angela from Northern Ireland. Bless her, she sometimes joins us on the quiz. And she ordered all these things. She wouldn't let me order anything. And I have a bit of a strop, actually, to be perfectly honest, because I said, no, I want some crispy duck. And she ordered all these things on the table, and I thought, well, I like to have a little bit of a say. She said, I'm paying. I'm right then, fine. She ordered this thing. It was called honeycomb something. It came out. It was like, it was awful. No way, no. I couldn't eat anything else. I just looked at it and just thought, nope. I'm going vegetarian for a week. After that. Right, okay, number 8. What food is celebrated with an annual festival on the Isle of Wight? What food is celebrated with an annual festival on the Isle of Wight? What is that? Chris Walker says, grinder is the only one you couldn't use because it was too technical for you. Red pen and the newspaper is more your style, isn't it, dear? Well over my head. I don't know what you mean by that, Chris, to be perfectly honest. Have you been on the old Jamaican woodbines? I don't know what you're talking about. Right. Number 9. Similar to the Cornish pasty, but containing a sweet filling at one end. How is this Bedfordshire dish known? And Bedford, I've never heard of this before. So I expect top marks from any of our Lutonians, the Lathwells and Barry, who are watching. Okay, similar to a Cornish pasty, but containing a sweet filling at one end. How is this Bedfordshire dish known? Okay, what is it known as? So what is the answer to that one? By the way, Chris Walker, we haven't had your picture for tonight. You right? We haven't had your picture for tonight. Number 10. Oh, Chris, as in the Lowly Hearts column. Yeah, right. Yeah. Number 10. What is scouse? A favourite Liverpool dish in Liverpool. So what is scouse? It's a favourite dish in Liverpool. What is it? Okay. So what are they talking about when they refer to it? Okay, so that is the end of round 4. If anybody missed any questions, please pop them quickly on the screen just here. We're going to go through the answers in just a moment. Now, here every week on Izzy Wizzy, Let's Get Quizzy. Oh, I can see you now. Those glasses are nearly clean. Every week here on Izzy Wizzy, Let's Get Quizzy, I do set a theme for you to send in some pictures to be featured in the following week's quiz. So next week, by the way, the theme is prank. Okay, prank. So have a think and send over some pictures. Prank is the theme for next week. So last week I set a theme. It was supermarket, and last week we were celebrating our 1-year anniversary. The lovely Richard Ryder was in the studio with me here as well. So let's have a look at some of the pictures people have been sending over. Some are pretty out there, but they're pretty cool as well. So thank you to everyone who's contributed into tonight's show. And not Chris Walker, because I'm still waiting on your picture, dear. You should have draped yourselves in baked beans. Now, here we go. This is from Joseph O'Loughlin. And actually, I'm very impressed with this, Joseph. He spotted this in a place called Letchworth. I've never heard of it. It is a shop called Izzy, as in Izzy Wizzy, Let's Get Quizzy. It's not quite a supermarket, but it's a shop, and I'll give it you that. I love it. Thank you very much. Shoe shop, actually. This is Lola from Lola and Doris fame. And she's in her favourite shop, Lidl, in her favourite department, which is fresh fruit. And she's just enjoying, what does he say here? She's just stocking up on her summer fruits, reading her Lidl Weekly. Oh, bless you. And that is a fabulous picture, very glamorous as well. Doesn't she look like Joan Collins under that mask? Seriously. Right, okay. But either way, I'm a big fan of the, Lidl and Aldi. Here it's Doris in a Wiggit, a Wiggig department, actually. Do you know it's called a Wiggig? When I do the Tesco conferences and stuff like that, they call this the middle of like Lidl and Aldi and all that. And I think Jack's as well was their version of it. Wiggig. When it's gone, it's gone. Okay, so there's Brian there, also known as Doris, with his Heinz organic celery soup. Bless him. Right, okay, moving on there. She's found. Here's Lola here in the middle of Lidl, and she's found her favourite book. She's a big fan of Dick Francis, called In the Frame, and you are in the frame there, darling. And that's it. In the middle of Lidl, and you're both looking very glamorous. I've got to say, you do need some new face masks. Why don't you visit the Izzy Wizzy Let's Get Quizzy.com website and go to the merch section, because we've got some fabulous face masks there. And I've got to say, we are updating the merch, so it's limited edition. It's coming off in a week or two. So if you do want one of those masks, limited edition, get one now. Because they will be coming off, and there'll be some new merch coming on soon. By the way, the fleeces, very, very popular on there as well. Actually, very glamorous there. Literally very glamorous. And oh my God, there, from that to that. What a handsome man there. You look like the baddie out of Superman. What's his name? Here you are here. He goes, you can't get better than this. This is Supermarché de Film. It's a supermarket of film. And here is Brian promoting his film, The Redeeming, which is, you can watch it on Amazon Prime. Psychological thriller. And he's showing it here in Cannes as well. Fantastic. And a lot of it shot with candles, not the big lights. It's all on a low budget, but you'd think, you see some high budget films, and you think to yourself, wow, they've spent a lot of money on this, but it's rubbish. This is fantastic, and it is quality. Brian, a very talented filmmaker there. Okay, here's Amadin, another filmmaker, actually. He's outside his favourite shop, the Co-op. And in Brighton, can I just say, actually, no, Hove, I'll get told off. He's in Hove, outside his favourite shop there. So thank you so much for sending that in, Amadin. And I've got to say, you're looking very well as well. So thank you so much for sending that in. Oh, here is Christine. She says she always has a problem in supermarkets because she can never reach the things she wants. Oh, bless her. But she's a little Speedy Gonzales. I tell you that now. She can move, that woman. She's the one I was telling you about that could give Mo Farah a run for his money. This actually is a scene a couple of weeks ago in Ramsgate, of all places. Chris, you're moving there, aren't you? Here's your Tesco. This was a scene 2 weeks ago in Ramsgate. Tesco Extra. Sent in by Duncan Curtis. Look at the queue there. Actually, it looks enormous, but it's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it's not that far back, really. You'll be in for no time, to be perfectly honest. Oh, how rude. Duncan found this actually in Ramsgate because he's moved down there from Wheathampstead, and he just was browsing the soups, and he said this one just jumped out at him. It's a spicy noodle soup mix. I'm just shocked at the price, 59p. That's pretty cheap. I'll have to stack my cupboard full of that. Thank you for sending that in, Duncan. Duncan also sent this one in as well, the Saturday Superstore. Just here's some blasts from the past. With who we've got here? We've got Mike Reed. Oh, could you see him now? Keith Chegwin. Oh, bless him. John Craven. Who's on the top? Oh, she was in Blue Peter. Doris, who's the top? Who's the girl? And who is underneath? Okay, who is that? Thank you for sending that in, Duncan. This is from Tracy. She said she saw this in a supermarket and she thought it was cute. Little dog there, little spaniel in a trolley. Thank you for sending that in. Elisa Honeybone, I mean, the theme is supermarket. She says she needs to go to the supermarket to fill up her new DVD cupboard. which needs filling up and stocking with goods as well. So thank you so much, everybody who has contributed towards tonight's show. I do have to have a sip. Back to me. Thank you. Now, let's go straight through those answers. So you get 1 point for each question that you get right. And we'll motor through these very quickly. 1 point for every single one you get right. And then we encourage you at the end to try and pop your scores on the board as quickly as possible. Joseph says, must be a sale on in Tesco. Chris says, with a P, or I don't know what you mean. Yeah, okay. Right. Round 1. On which Scottish island is the town of Stornoway? It's Lewis. Number 2. In which year did the Battle of Waterloo take place? It is 1815. It's actually the 18th of June. Number 3. How many ribs does a normal human possess? That's 24. There's 12 pairs. Number 4. Which airport has a code LAX? It's Los Angeles International. Number 5. Which of the Marvel superheroes was played in the movies by Robert Downey Jr.? It's Iron Man. Number 6. On a standard European roulette wheel, how many different numbers are there? 37 is the answer I'm looking for. A standard European wheel. Okay, it's 37 numbers, 0 to 36. Okay, I know they've now brought in the American roulette and all that sort of thing, with double zeros and all that sort of thing, but standard is 37. Number 7, who wrote the novel Watership Down? It's Richard Adams. Number 8, what direction is opposite northwest on a compass? It's southeast. Number 9, what type of nut should you find in a Waldorf salad? It's a walnut. And number 10, in which English county did the Tolpuddle Martyrs originate? It's Dorset. So that is round 1. Add them up. Okay, what a lot of ologies. Okay, so you need to guess what the study of this is. So first up, number 1 was cardiology. It's a study of heart function or disease. Number 2, selenology. It's a study of the moon. Number 3, dragonology. It's a study of dragons. Why? Number 4, zymology is a study of fermentation. Number 5, trichonology is a study of the hair or scalp. Number 6, enigmatology is a study of puzzles. Number 7, myology is a study of muscles. Number 8, rhinology is the study of the nose. Number 9, entomology is a study of insects. And number 10, batology. It's the study of brambles or blackberries. Why? Why would you want to study them? Seriously. All right, round 3, social media. How did you get on with this? I need a quick sip of my drink. I need to lubricate, if you know what I mean. Right, I hope you all got this one right. Okay, there will be a severe warning if you didn't. Number 1, here we are. It's Facebook. Number 2, it's not Grindr, it's Tinder. Number 3, it's FaceTime. Number 4, it's Vine. Number 5, LinkedIn. Number 6, WhatsApp. Number 7, it's Pinterest. Number 8, it's BlackBerry Messenger. Number 9, it's Twitter. And finally, number 10, it's Spotify. There you go. That's round number 3. How well did you do there? Some of you are probably cursing me at this precise moment. I can hear Mr. Producer going, I knew that one. Yeah, right. Okay, this is Foods of the British Isles. Number 1. What fish is traditionally used to make Arbroath smoky? It's haddock. Number 2. Which Leicester town is famous for its pork pies? It's Melton Mowbray. Number 3. What spice is used to flavour the northern speciality parkin? It's ginger. Number 4. Which London departmental store claims to have invented Scotch eggs? My local, Fortnum and Masons. Number 5. With what is a fillet of beef coated with before being wrapped in Parma ham and pastry to become beef Wellington? Chris Walker, I expect top marks for you from this because you sold it in King's Cross. It's pate and mushrooms, also known as pate and mushrooms. Number 6. What sauce is traditionally served with roast lamb? It's mint sauce. Number 7. The innards of which animal are usually used to make haggis? It's sheep. Number 8. What food is celebrated with an annual festival on the Isle of Wight? It's garlic. Number 9. Similar to a Cornish pasty, but containing a sweet filling at one end. How is this Bedfordshire dish known? I've never heard of it. It's a Bedfordshire clanger. And finally, number 10. What is scouse? A favourite dish in Liverpool? It's actually a lamb or a beef stew. I will accept stew. So how well did you do on that? Pop your scores on the board.
From the sale in Tesco's.
Sorry.
From the sale in Tesco's.
From the sale in Tesco's.
Absolutely.
Today. Oh, lovely. Thank you. You got that?
You can't open it today.
Okay, say hi to everyone on camera.
Hello, everybody. I was in the same queue at the sale in Tesco's.
Thank you so much. Oh, they're all wrapped up lovely for me. Fantastic. We'll take that because I'm in the brim cupboard and I'll open that in just a second.
Sorry to interrupt.
Thank you. No problem. Anyway, thank you so much. He loves a bargain. He loves a bargain, does Mr. Producer. I call him the High Street Hound. He knows exactly where to go. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining in this week's quiz. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you've got any comments, you've got any feedback you want to share with me, do drop me a note. You can do so by visiting the website, which is basically easywizzy.letsgetquizzy.com or mail@litchfieldslifestyles.com. If you've enjoyed it, well, hope you've enjoyed it, click on that thumbs up. It does help the channel. So if you haven't yet done it, click on it. Or subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Every little helps the channel. It's really appreciated. And, you know, we work hard here. We don't charge you for the quiz or anything like that. But do click subscribe. We don't bombard you with loads of rubbish either. And if you're not yet on our WhatsApp group or our Messenger group, do join that as well. Big thank you to all of our LGBT groups, Miss Jason's Lockdown Laugh and the rest of them. Thank you so much for hosting us on your channel. You've been absolute stars. Also to the Benidorm crowd, the Irish crowd and everyone else that's hosted us on their channel as well. It's fantastic. We're back next week, 8 o'clock. I'm also on just before the quiz on Glitterbeam Radio, which I've got some exciting news. We're now on DAB, so you can get us anywhere, in the car, whatever. So do tune in 7 o'clock for About and Out, which is a travel and events related show hosted by me. And then I jump from one studio to the next in like split second time, and I host this quiz. Thanks everyone. Who's got what? Let's have a quick look. Lola and Doris got 28. Well done to you. Chris Walker and Lisa Honeybone as well. Thank you so much for everything. Me, moderator of the North, Lisa Honeybone. Thank you for that. Thank you everyone for playing. Until next week, stay safe. And don't forget to send those pictures in, which are basically, don't forget, next week it's prank. I haven't queued my thing up, have I? I've got the wrong thing. Typical. I always think I'm doing all right until I have to find this blinking thing. There we go. Next week's theme is prank. So do get those pictures to me. Prank. See you later.